So Tesla, invest and get 10 times the return. Yes, you hear me right, 10 times the return. So this is not something which I pluck out from the sky, but rather this is a valuation done by an investment company called ARK Invest. Okay, they valued Tesla stocks to be $7,000 just 5 years down the road. Okay, as of now, right, Tesla is very volatile. If you would like to purchase the stock, you are in for a roller coaster ride, because 3 months ago it was valued at maybe about $400. Then it went on a crazy bull run to $900 and then it crashed to $350 along with the financial crisis, and currently it's sitting at a very cool $700. Okay, so this is a stock, right, which I have been researching a lot on over the past few months. And after researching, I decided to enter the market and start buying Tesla stocks, even though it's expensive now, but I can tell you that it's still undervalued. So here are 5 reasons why. Okay, reason number 1, great fundamentals. Alright, so Tesla recently they have opened up their Shanghai Gigafactory, where they build the batteries and at the same time the Model Y and the Model 3 Teslas. Okay, so the battery, right, is the most difficult component to build, and they have already patented the technology to build the battery. This is why, right, their competitors are nowhere close, right, as compared to where they are currently sitting at. They have a 864,000 meters square Gigafactory in Shanghai. This is their 3rd Gigafactory, apart from the 2 in United States itself. They are very aggressive, and it's very obvious that they're trying to take the China's market. And so far, China do not have any electric vehicle. In fact, the whole entire world, there's no electric vehicle which can compare to Tesla. So I think they may have a good shot at consuming the whole entire China market. Reason number 2. So they are a market leader in electric cars. Can you name me another company which is doing electric vehicle itself? Don't tell me your BMW i3 or your blue car which you see on the road. These are not like real electric cars. Okay, so what is the reason, right, we want to move towards electric car? They are much more cost efficient because they run on they don't run on petrol, right? So there's less moving parts as compared to a petrol car. That means less cost to maintain. Okay, I have not driven one, but I've sat in one years ago in China, and I can tell you the experience is amazing because there's a panoramic roof. I sat in the Model X, which is the Falcon Wing. Oh, I tell you, I fell in love with the car. So there's a huge LED display in front for you, all your infotainment, all your your radio, every single thing, your Google Map, everything is on the Tesla screen itself. So it's super cool. Companies like Audi, they came up with a virtual cockpit, which is I think pretty nice as well. And of course, Mercedes E-Class and S-Class, they came out with the whole entire sweeping screen display. But as compared to the huge one that Tesla have, right, there's just no competition at all. Okay, so they are much more cost efficient and they are much nicer cars. That's reason number 2. Tesla are much safer cars. Right, they uploaded a video of the Tesla rolling. Okay, so it will always land on its wheels rather than on its back, if assuming that the car roll. So why is that so? The base, right, the bottom of the whole entire car, right, is the battery pack, which is the most heavy part. Elon Musk has said that the whole entire car, right, the weight distribution is about 45% to 55% at the back, 45% at the front, 55% at the back. Whereas most front engine cars, right, have heavier front part. Of course, which is the engine, unless you drive a supercar like Lamborghini or Ferrari, which is a rear engine. Yeah, so most engines are at the front, so the car becomes much more unstable, and the chance for it to slip, right, is much higher. So Tesla chip process all these safety features, right, at the speed of a computer, as compared to us, right, we are humans. Okay, so we only have 2 eyes, but Tesla have 8 cameras in their car looking outwards. So can you imagine having 8 eyes all around your head, right? And you will be very safe because you can see a car coming from the side, you can see coming from the back. You'll be able to make your judgment well. So at the same time, right, for a computer, right, a split second is a long time. 1 second is a very long period of time because the computer's processing speed is way too fast for humans to comprehend. Okay, so that means even before the car starts to slip, right, the traction control will kick in and prevent the car from skidding or sliding into some dangerous place. Okay, so this is how safe a Tesla car actually is, because it is an intelligent car. Okay, so reason number 4 will be this intelligent car that I'm talking about, right? It has its own mind. Yes, it has its own mind. It's going to be a self-driving car. You hear me right? The future is here. Okay. now this is the future. When we watch, all the sci-fi shows about cars, just being pulled out and there's no driver and you just hop on. This is what is happening now. There's been a lot of testing done. Okay, so the statistic is as such. Ford and GM, right, have done approximately 3 million miles, okay, of autopilot. Tesla have done 1 billion miles in 2018. So now, of course, there's a lot of human rights issue, whether as of now, do we want to fully allow? So more of it is actually issues with laws and stuff like that. It's not that Teslas cannot be self-driven. They actually have the technology to be self-driven. So once they have tested and proven that Tesla's self-driving technology is going to be much safer as compared to humans, because Tesla got 8 eyes and they have a way faster brain as compared to us, then this will be something which is going to happen very, very soon. Okay, so of course, right, along with self-driving car come this very interesting thing, right, called the robo-taxi. Okay, so I'm very, very excited to talk about this because, right, can you imagine, right, if you own a Tesla, right, for 24 hours, 4 hours it will need to be charged. Am I right? Okay, so you use the car for, let's say, assuming 4 hours. Okay, that means you shuttle from work, just to and fro groceries and stuff like that. So you realize you have a balance of 16 hours. What happens is that the Tesla, right, because it's self-driving, it can literally make money for you. It can just drive itself out of the garage and it can just pick people up, right, and just charge them a fee like a taxi. So this is crazy, this is mind-blowing, because this is a $300 billion industry. Yeah. Then companies like Uber and taxis, right, they will be eradicated. So Tesla is actually a disruptor company, much similar to companies like Amazon and Netflix. They disrupt the normal pattern of what is going on, what is the norm. Okay, so if you think that this is way too futuristic and way too sci-fi, right, all you need to do is just to wait a couple more years, and I'm very, very sure, right, this thing will be all over the place. Okay, so the strategic move, right, to actually plant the Gigafactory 3 in Shanghai, right, actually means that they also want to bring the robotaxi technology to China itself, and their market is insane. So Elon Musk is going to be the first trillionaire in the world, and I firmly believe that. Okay, so reason number 5. Okay, so this is the last and final reason, which is very, very relatable to most people right here. Oil prices. As you know what is going on, OPEC and all the people fighting, one of the futures contract went negative and stuff like that. Okay, so what happened is that they are having this oil war, okay, which is going to squeeze out certain smaller players, and as a result, right, all the bigger players will stay. The supply of oil will reduce, but the demand for oil, right, maintains after the COVID situation is over. So this entire difference, right, will result in an increase in the price of petrol. It will be much more cost efficient, right, to own electric vehicle in the future. Okay, as of now, right, Tesla Model 3 and Model X have been in the market for quite some time, and they have saved many people's life as well. There was this guy who actually sued Tesla rather, for a sprained ankle during a car accident, and Elon Musk just have a very simple reply that he would have been dead if it was in any other vehicle. I have done a lot of research on Tesla as a company, which I firmly believe, right, that it will continue to increase in value. Their earning report is going to come out on 29 April, and then it will be exciting to see how they did for Q1. I really believe that this is a stock which can have massive potential. Okay, so before McDonald's went globalization, right, if you have the chance to buy McDonald's, right, I believe you will. So if you would like to see me do more of these videos, right, more of this investment breakdown on certain particular companies, right, yeah, you can just hit me a DM or just comment under the post. Don't forget to hit me a like. Alright, so see you. Ciao.